to witness the horrific rise of the next generation of evil.
She'll become mountain,
Based on the short story
she'll become the mountain she comes.
by Stephen King,
She'll become the mountain,
comes the nightmare
come the
like you've never seen it before.
I know, it sucks. So hard sometimes you can hardly breathe. But I can help with your pain. Brace yourself. He who walks, he talked to me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to take care of him.
Like killing all the adults.
For starters.
Children of the Corn.
I mentioned earlier that in my reviews that two films I was really wanting to see is Cocaine Bear and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. The third one was Children of the Corn in 2020. So here we go. Storyline. The film describes the events leading up to and including the massacre of adults of a small town in Nebraska by their children, after the adults irresponsibly ruined the crops and the children's future. If you buy that. Directed by Kurt Wimmer, written by Kurt Wimmer, and of course the original mastermind Stephen King. Here's the cast. Alina Kaporis as Bolin Williams. Kate Moyer as Eden Edwards. She was creepy. Callan Mulvey as Robert Williams. Bruce Spence as Pastor Penny. Stephen Hunter as Calvin Covington. Jada McGinley as Cecil. Ashley Jurgens as Carly Cowder. Sissy Stringer as Tanika. Joe Klutzik as Cowder Covington. Orlando Severt as Cal Covington. And Andrew S. Gilbert as Sheriff Gebler, and the cast goes on. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Children of the Corn in 1984. I actually reviewed every one up until like 95. And then I seen that piece of junk that was on TV, I think it was in 2009. And then I also watched the most recent one. That was not good either. Children of the Corn, The Runaway, or some bullshit. Then I saw this, and it's in 2020, but it's finally released on March 3rd, I think it was. And I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what can they do with a new spin on Children of the Corn. Now, it's unfair to match it up to the original. It is. I'm an 80s guy. I like the 80s cheese, and it's also a classic. It's kind of hard to even try and compare anything from the 80s, because it's not going to happen. Technology was different. I think, whatever. So I'm watching this, and Eden Edwards is this girl that happened to be at the wrong place, or right place, whatever, and he had a friend or whatever that decided to go into the school and kill these people. These kids, whatever. Well, Eden gets brought home to this preacher's house. And it comes to now. Eden, she played that part so well. I don't know if anybody could have done it as well as she did for a young child. She was phenomenal. Storyline is not the same as the original. I'm glad, because you cannot even match that. The kill scene of the parents in the original, as you know, is in a diner. They all get poisoned, throat slit. And I don't want that to be ventured again. I want something different. In this case, now it's about the parents were neglectful and didn't take care of the crops, which I didn't see no issue what's going on, but whatever. And it jeopardizes the kids' future. Now, I don't know what that means, because they can leave town or find jobs other than dealing with corn, but okay. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm banging on it. I'm not. And then in this film, it actually shows the thing in the corn. And it was this corn stalk creature, which I thought that was pretty cool. It's just how the parents died in this film is they dug a hole and they buried dirt on top of them, and some they killed or whatever. Or some parents will sit into the cornfield thinking that, you know, they can get away and get help, but in reality there was that creature, whatever it was, inside the field. Again, for a little girl like Eden Edwards to even take control of the whole situation, anybody could have stopped her. She was so little. You know what I mean? It's weird, but it's good, and it's not. I have mixed feelings towards this because, again, I'm thinking of the original, and that's unfair. You're not going to be able to even compare it. So that being said, it's interesting. It's good paced. You have cars in the cornfield. You have kids being kids. You have weird kids. You have this girl Eden who has this thing on these kids, and then the one's brother that kind of like forced him to join them by doing something in the field where this creature gave him some kind of stuff. Whatever. It's that off the wall crazy bullshit. Oh, other than that, you know, then of course Eden tries to act like Pastor Penny did something to her. Whether he did or didn't, we don't know, but it was brought up and stuff like that. It's a typical, you know. However, that being said, it is a well-shot movie. I think the creature that was in this was very interesting how they did it. I mean, again, it's different than the original, but I keep saying it like a broken record. Cast was great. You know, it's to the mind of the beholder. If you were a younger generation and you have not really seen the original, you probably would like this more than what we do, who know what the original is all about. So that being said, you gotta watch it. I mean, make your own opinion of it. I don't hate it. I really don't. I've seen far worse remakes, quote, new spins on stuff. This is not that bad. So that being said, this is Gruesome Herzog. I give this film a 7.5 out of 10. Above average, watchable, interesting, creepy. Eden Edwards, played by Kate Moyer, was incredible. That's all I got to say. This is Gruesome Herzog, and I'm out of here.